I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smiled, you look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there.
There we go. This thing was trying to give me the blues for the last few minutes, but I'm in here and we are in here. Hey, honey bunny.
Hey.
How's it going, darling?
Good.
Good. Good evening, y'all. Welcome to the season premiere of PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. And we is them and them is us. We want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for hopping on here with us. We know we've been gone for quite some time. We've been gone for about 2 months and we're back. We are back in full effect. We are ready to get back to talking about all the things: pleasure, desire, sensuality, sexuality, intimacy, and all of those things. So, in true Crazy Rich Auntie fashion, tonight we are talking about pills, potions, pleasure pills, and potions. What actually works and what's just marketing, okay? We know we see a whole lot of stuff on social media and all over the place about libido and how to make Miss Thing a little bit wetter, a little bit better, and all of those kind of things. So we see it all over the place. We see it even in the nearest gas station because honey packs are aplenty. We see people making drinks with them. We see people making all kind of things, sliding them in their significant other's drink, in their food, on their chicken. I've seen some irrational ass reasons and ways to use the honey packs from the gas station. So we're going to dive into talking about all of the ways that some of these things don't actually have any true effects. Some of them are just ways that people are marketing and tapping into those that want the better sex. And honestly, some of these things I do believe are actually a placebo. They aren't actual things that work and all of those kind of things. But before we go any further, I'm your girl Leo. And welcome for those of you who are new here to PGC After Dark. And my lovely co-host for the evening is none other than Auntie Gina. What's up, boo?
What's up? How y'all doing?
I'm as good. So we've been gone for a little minute. So tell the people how your break has been, what you've been doing, so they can catch up with you.
Break has been good. I'm excited to be back.
Me too.
Before we go any further, I'm not able to see on our screen. The only thing I'm able to see is the opening credit. So all I can see is, so I don't know what's going on behind the scenes because I can't actually see.
On YouTube?
No, on our side of everything. So I'm gonna have to pull up YouTube to try to see what's going on.
You can't see me?
No.
Oh no.
Let me pull up YouTube.
Why you can't see me, girl? Okay, try to go out and come back in, and it might work that way. And then
All
I'll
right.
just be here waiting for you.
All right, give me a second.
Okay. So while she's doing that, y'all, I don't know what's going on with technology tonight, but it is definitely doing the thing because it wouldn't work for me either. It was doing its own little thing over here on my side too, so I'm not really sure what was going on. But while she's doing that, before she comes back, make sure that you guys subscribe to all of the YouTube and all of that good stuff. We got a lot coming up. Here are the ways that you guys can connect with us. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you join our email list. And if you want to support the movement of PGC and all that we've been doing, you can scan the QR code on the bottom of the screen and you can buy us a coffee. Buying us a coffee is a way to make a donation. I believe they start at $5 and up. So you can just go from there. But also, don't forget to join our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group, the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast. You can check it out there. But also follow us on all of the socials, PGC After Dark, on all of social platforms. You'll be able to find us, check us out, and all of that good stuff. Then she is back.
Yes.
Okay, it's working now.
Yes, I can see you.
Perfect. Okay, I knew it had to be something. I'm like, what is happening? Yes. So we're gonna hop into this conversation here shortly. Now that we're all on one accord. Now that she can see us and we can see her. But again, tonight's conversation is one that is kind of hilarious because a lot of us are still, a lot of our audience, let me say that, a lot of the audience that we reach on a consistent basis is between, I'm going to say 30 to 55. Okay. But one of the things that we have noticed in our research and reading and checking out all of the information that's available to us when it comes to pleasure and reproduction and sexual intimacy and whatnot, there are a lot of people within that age range that suffer from ED. A lot of young women who have issues with vaginal dryness, all of those kind of things. So it's so many different things that I've come across as to the reasons why. But within that 30 to 55 age range, one of the biggest things that is a big part of vaginal dryness, erectile dysfunction, and slow libido, and all of those kind of things. One of them being is our gut health. And we had a conversation earlier today where we talked about how gut health affects so many other things. Our diet is one of the main things that plays a part in the other functions of the body. Gut health being number one, okay? Gut health is super, super, super important. A lot of people think eating BS all the time and doing a detox here and there is going to help them. It does not, Buki. If you're not drinking water, you're not eating fruits and vegetables on a regular basis, and I don't mean just fried vegetables either because
No.
people will try to get back like, oh, I eat fried mushrooms all the time. Listen, boo, that's not working for you either. So the fried vegetables, nah. Raw or steamed fruit, vegetables, all of that kind of stuff. Hey, Moses. All of those things do play a part in gut health, but then translate further into your overall sexual health and wellness, your mental health, all of those things. So don't think for 1 minute that you're going to be out here drinking Mountain Dew 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, never drinking water. And let's be honest, a lot of y'all be wanting people to put their mouths on you. And you ain't had water since Jesus since Jesus turned the water into wine. Okay. So gotta make sure you have that water.
Say it again. Yeah.
Moses said in the comments, ladies, that Moses said y'all gonna have acid coochie. I didn't say it. Moses said it. Okay. So if you're not up here drinking water, if you're not doing any of the things that's gonna help you to have a healthy, balanced pH, and another thing, we'll talk about that later. We're gonna get into that. We'll get into that, okay? Because I was finna veer off the path that we're supposed to be on. But we'll tap back into that a little later. So tonight we're gonna be discussing, so just so y'all can be on the same page with us, we're gonna discuss the difference between arousal versus desire, okay? We're going to talk about blood flow versus hormones versus the nervous system support. Because one of the things that we often overlook when it comes to sex and arousal and desire and pleasure and all of those things, we forget that there is levels to this shit. So a lot of times we think going directly into sex is how you get somebody aroused. No. Lord Moses, shut up. So we cannot jump all of those things. We can't not get somebody aroused, not have somebody in the mood or any of that. Their nervous system has to be at ease in order for anybody to actually fully enjoy the experience of sex. We're going to talk about the placebo effect in sexual wellness. And then we're going to talk about why some people swear by supplements and others feel nothing. Because sometimes what one person may be able to feel based on a supplement or the honey packs, all of those other kind of things that's available, and other people may feel nothing, it's layered. And then we're also going to talk about the mental and emotional side of libido products that most libido products ignore. Because you could be taking all of the libido products, but if you are not mentally and emotionally stable or well, they may not ever take effect. They may not ever do what they're meant to do because your body or your nervous system may be fully out of whack. So your hormones may be out of whack. So there are a lot of layers as to why you may not be fully feeling the benefits of the supplements that you're taking. Okay? So it's a lot to unpack. I know. But that's why you got your aunties here, because we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive into it. We're going to answer any questions that you all may have, because I'm sure that a lot of the conversations that we have here on After Dark are not conversations that we are having in the midst of our friend groups or that we're not having on a regular basis. So here we are Auntie Leo and Auntie Regina, we gonna get y'all right. We gonna help y'all get on the path to having some bomb ziggity sex. Okay.
Conversation. Yes, 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 yes.
So let's break down a little bit why we think we are starting to see an influx of these libido enhancement products everywhere. Why do you think?
What do I think? I just think
Yeah.
that people are lazy. They don't want to put in the work that is needed, like getting your body right and eating right, uh, getting healthy. Um, they don't. They just want a quick fix. Basically, they just be like, okay, well, I want, I want sex, and if I can't get it the way I want to get it, let me run to the drugstore or let me run to the gas station. Let me get these little, the pink pill or the blue pill, and let
Hmm.
pop it. But in the end, they're not understanding that eventually, if you keep taking them long enough, sometimes your body becomes immune to it.
Yep.
And so it's like, then what do you do then? So come on now. Either you learn to get it right by eating the correct foods, especially ladies, we must drink a lot of water. And what we put in our body matters a lot. What happened to my camera?
Hmm.
Oh my
I can
God.
still see you.
Okay, okay. My screen's timed out. Um, it matters. You think you walk around here eating a lot of fish, you start smelling fishy. So I mean, come on now. I want pineapples and I want fruit and that okra water, it really works. And people be like, oh, it's so slimy. Okay, sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad. So
Yeah. And with the okra water thing, there are ways to cut it where it's not as slimy. Um,
yep.
but let me say this about some of the things that we see out here on all on TikTok and all of those kind of things. A lot of people do not do their due diligence when it comes to researching what is going to work for them.
Hmm.
A lot of times what people do, they look at what's trending and then they hop on a trend and then the trend doesn't work for them and then they go back slandering the thing and it's like no, that's the thing didn't work because it was not something for you. You
It's true.
didn't look into it, you didn't do your research. Actually, you don't even know how to create how to put the recipe together in order for it to actually be something effective and efficient for you. You just saw something on TikTok and decided you was going to throw it together yourself. What
Hmm.
a lot of you all do when it comes to the TikTok trends and all of that kind of stuff too is you don't go buy real products. You go buy okra from Walmart.
Mm.
Then you don't clean it right. You don't prepare the recipe correctly. And there
Hmm.
are ways to keep it from being as slimy. So if you do purchase, and the okra have to be fresh. Some of you are buying okra that's brown or almost uh, overripe. You know what I'm saying? And so you cannot use those kind of things when it comes to
No.
creating things like that because they have to sit overnight, they have to be in the refrigerator for a certain amount of time, and all of those kind of things. So, before you all start hopping on trends, do a little bit of research, do a little bit of reading because okra water it does have its benefits. I have tried the okra water. It's cool, and I agree. It's not one of those things that's for me because it is super slimy. Like looking at it, pour in your cup.
But
And
if
some of the girlies,
limits, you have to cut it with limits. You cut
yes,
it with
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
extra
I talked
water.
to some of the girlies who have done it, and it's like, okay, well, this is how you cut the slime. And even
Mm,
having conversations. Again, one of the things that we don't do is have conversations about some of these things outside of us talking to ourselves or that one particular friend. And then we're like, oh, okay, but ask around. It's okay to ask other girlies about those kind of things. It's okay to ask, uh, I like to call them the hoodoo hussies because it's the girlies out here that are actively creating those kind of things, working with herbs and medicines and all of those kind of things that really, really, really would be able to help you to get to that space that you're looking for with those kind of things. But why are we seeing all of these things in regards to libido support and all of these products? So, what is really happening is that sexual wellness is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. Not million, but a multi-billion-dollar industry. Okay. Wellness culture merged with sex positivity, and now we have a multi-billion-dollar industry where it talks about libido and all of those things all the time. Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
So, social media has made sex talkable, but also there are so many things that does not get covered on social media. And I can simply say, from what I have viewed on social media when it comes to talking about sex, we need to just not talk about it because the advice, the information is all skewed. It's all it's jacked. The information on social media is ass. Okay, when I
Yes.
say ass, I mean 100% ass. People are talking about you shouldn't wash certain parts, or you should be washing this with this, and you shouldn't be washing this with that. And fellas, you should be using coconut oil for this and that. And it's so many varying things, and some of these people do not even wash their ass crack. So let alone should they be the ones giving out sexual
Yeah.
advice because they think washing their ass is not masculine. Okay? So so although it is a talkable subject on social media and we see it all over the place, we need to really get down to the nitty gritty of talking about things in a way that helps and not harms. Because some of the information that is being put out here into social media conversations can be very harmful. So we got to be mindful of that. But also, because social media made sex a talkable thing and we are so very sex positive all of a sudden, somebody said, oh, let's get this money, honey. And so they start revving up all of the things. There is not a social media platform that you can scroll on without one, seeing a conversation about sex, or two, seeing products about libido and all of those kind of things too. I know on TikTok they have the pineapple gummies or whatever for the ladies. And they even have dudes being monetized for promoting some of the vaginal gummies for women. And I thought that was absolutely insane, but it's also very smart marketing when you look at it that a guy is like, babe,
Promote.
I heard about these. How about you try these? Not to say your girl funky or nothing, but like, how about we try these on for size? It's one of those kind of things. How about we try these on for size? And so now we see guys promoting those kind of products, women promoting male
Enhancement.
pleasure enhancements and things like that. And it's like, okay, well, Okay, cool. But what we are failing to realize is that burnout is very high. So burnout is high, the libido is low, and so companies saw an opportunity in order for them to be able to make money
Mm-hmm.
because people don't want to do the actual work, but they want the results. So here we are. Okay. We got the pills, we got the potions, we got the lotions, we got the gummies. And when I say
Yeah.
gummies galore,
Yeah.
I think so many of the vitamin companies now have um, some form of libido gummy. Because I know Ollie does. Ollie has one. I think One A Day has one. There are quite a few different companies that are mainstream that have a libido or hormone type of gummy.
I mean,
Yeah. And I
her.
saw that and was like, okay. I was actually gonna try the one from Ollie though, because the one from Ollie is mixed with ashwagandha and damiana, and those are two herbs that are centered on pleasure and things like that. But we'll tap into that a little bit more. Um, One of the questions I want to ask is, do we think that people are actually are their libidos low, or are people just more exhausted these days?
I think people might be exhausted because people are working overtime to just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Uh, so you find a lot of people are working one job, some people working two or three jobs, and some people are working extreme. They may work more than that, and so
Yep. Exactly.
so it could be honestly. I think it may be a mixture of both. Um, but I think it would, mostly they're extremely tired and
Hmm.
sex is not like back in the day, baby. It's like, come on, sex was like this. Now they be like, baby, I want it. I really do want it, but I'm exhausted. I'm
Yep.
just totally tired. I see you, I find you attractive. Yeah, but baby, I gotta get this rest. So that plays a big factor because I know I don't want nobody laying on top of me and what? Basically just I didn't pull my panties down just for you to do what? Gave me 5 minutes of what? Of nothing?
Not 5 minutes.
You could have kept that to yourself. Okay. I could have went in the side drawer and did a little bit better for myself. Okay.
No, not the 5 minutes.
No, no.
But I get it. I get it completely. I think I just think when it comes to those kind of things, people are more exhausted. People do want the opportunity to rest. Again, the nervous system is probably on very high alert. We have a lot more people that are operating in a survival mode than anything, which is also a very hard space to navigate and still be fully present and prepared for sex. Because again, you have to be available, you have to be present, and sex isn't something that you could just be like, oh, okay, let's just get down to it. So you do have to think about the capabilities when it comes to being present, being aware, participating. And then the other side of that is what is it that you're enjoying?
Right.
Are you participating in foreplay? Are you participating in all the things that get you to the point of arousal and actively being a participant in all of those kind of things? So we have to think about a lot. And I think just when it comes to a lot of the products, people just want to get to the chase, cut to the chase. I don't want to do all of the work. I'm mentally exhausted, but this pill gonna help me get to where I need to be so that I can do what I'm trying to do. Cause I want to take her through there, as they say. I want to take her through there,
But it's
but
taking
also,
fun out of it. It's taking, because for me, I like that build up. And with that
yeah.
peel, it's just it'll get you there. And I mean, of course it's gonna be good, but I like that old fashioned, come on now, build me up.
You
Give me
saying that you like that? Work me slowly.
I like that slow burn. Because when you give
Come
me that
on, slow burn.
I'm gonna give you what you want. Yes.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. Um, I think I think one of the biggest issues is with all of the gummies and the pills and all of that kind of stuff. And we love talking about mental health over here on PGC. We love talking about it. That's our favorite. But I think one of the things that plays the biggest part in all of this is the mental health aspect, because at the end of the day, we really have to be in a certain frame of mind when it comes to sex. I don't care what you say. You got to be in a certain frame of mind when it comes to sex.
You really do. You do. I mean, why would you have acid? Mm,
You
mm.
know what I say. Don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass. Okay.
That's a waste of time. I mean, come on.
What you thinking? What you thinking, girl?
I'm just I just couldn't. I mean, to each his own. I mean, this is no judgment zone. If that's what you got to do to get your rocks off, do it, baby. I encourage you. But for Gina
Do
Marie,
it, baby. Sticker. Do it, baby. Sticker.
I can't do it. I just can't do it, and I won't do it. I want all that
Hey,
pleasure. I want it. I want
hey,
that burn,
hey, hey, hey.
because I'm gonna do it, baby. Do it to me, baby. Take your time. Do
Hey, hey, we can do it, baby. Do it tonight. And even stuff like that. Music plays a big part in sex for a lot of people, or just setting the scene, getting into the whole act of it. That plays a part for a lot of people. So, um, one of the things I think is kind of crazy though, based on just how we see how fast things move now, is that it's crazy how um capitalism responds to people's insecurities. The minute they see the opportunity to make a dollar off somebody's insecurity, somebody can say, I don't like the way I sneeze, and baby, they gonna come with a silencer.
yes,
Now, don't be trying to steal that, because somebody watching and they gonna be trying to come up with that shit later. But somebody could literally say, "I don't like the way I sneeze," and next thing you know, they have a whole apparatus for motherfuckers who don't like they sneeze. Like, how are you gonna have this around? Or it'll end up being something where you get something inserted in your nose or your nasal passage or whatever the case may be. And people will go out here to get that shit just because they don't like the way they sneeze.
it's
And
true.
I think it's insane the way that they shift so quickly to make things in that regard instead of tapping into the mental health part. Because why is that even an insecurity? What have we not? How can we fix it? How can we fix that from being an insecurity of yours? Because that's insane as the fuck.
But you gotta
Even when
realize,
somebody says, you know, my even with the whole crow's feet and smile lines, people are here getting Botox. Do y'all hear half of the motherfucking side effects of Botox? Are you worried about crow's feet and
smile.
smile lines?
I love them,
Shit, let me age gracefully around this motherfucker because what? What?
baby.
Y'all go out here and start drinking some goddamn water and shit.
You ain't gotta worry about it.
You ain't gotta worry about that. Y'all be up here doing everything. Y'all be out here doing pills and potions and lean and all of that.
Yes,
And ain't
ma'am.
had no water. That's why y'all out here looking 60 and y'all 32.
And that'd be sad because you'd be like,
It
baby,
is.
you been rode
You
hard. Where's my granny?
my auntie I was just about to say my auntie used to say some people just live rough lives. And that shit has always been funny to me, but the older I get, the more I recognize exactly what the fuck she meant.
Mhm.
Because people don't take care of themselves in such a way. And I do understand that we all have been guilty of not fully taking care of our mind, hearts, bodies, and any of that as we should. But when you start to recognize the ways that you could do better, should do better, then show up for yourself. And I know that's hard. I promise you, I know that's hard.
It is.
Um,
It
and I
is.
can say that because of, my weight loss journey and all of those kind of things. Like some of that shit be hard to show up for, especially when you're not fully in the mental space to do it, but you're really actively trying to do stuff. So again, have conversations with people, talk to your neighbors and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the way money comes about or the way they come about making stuff so fast for somebody's insecurities or just even the simplest things. Because what the hell was I watching? And somebody talked about it was crazy, but they talked about an internal penile pump. Now, I don't
Yeah.
know how true that is, but it's not one of the things that they put on it. It's something within your in their body, and it's like a button or something that they push. And I'm
And
like, wait,
yeah,
wait.
a lot of trans, a lot of trans men get it to help because they don't really have one, so it helps them get it up. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can understand that.
But then you have a lot of men who I guess have erectile dysfunction. They get it too.
Uh-huh.
It's no, I don't see. I'm glad I'm a woman. I'm just only making assumptions. So if I'm wrong, men, please forgive me, correct
Right,
me.
right.
I'm just assuming that once you get it, maybe it's not reversible if you've had it for so long. I mean, I guess it's
Yeah.
so that a lot of men will get it so they can get it
Mm-hmm.
back up. Because I've watched videos where they say that it's like women can't tell, and because I'm so curious about certain things, and
Understood. I understand.
the guy was like,
I
"You'll never
understand.
like you just push a little button and it just basically inflates like a real penis," and I'll be like, oh, "Okay."
Oh,
It's like okay,
okay.
very interesting. So,
You would have never had me know that outside of somebody telling me that.
girl, I'll be curious. I'll be like, let me go over here to YouTube because on YouTube you can find anything. So,
Look, absolutely. Absolutely.
yep, 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 yep,
That's crazy. Wait a
yep.
minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even realize we had some. Oh, that's Moses' ass in the chat.
Moses going crazy. Mm,
um, but yeah, it's some things that you come across whether in reading or listening or in conversation, and you're like, wait, what?
yep.
Then you end up down a rabbit hole, and then your search history is indicative of a lot of other things.
And don't let your
You
grandkids
know,
somebody
uh,
see your phone. You be like,
listen, because people that go down rabbit holes in a for real way, they search, man, the search
yep.
history is insane.
Ye-
I can say that much for certain. Okay. I try to
mhm.
delete mine, but that don't necessarily mean shit because I'm pretty sure you can find it at some point.
Yes.
But let's kind of pivot a little bit. Let's talk about some of these natural because TT Leo gonna help you and give you more information on some of the natural aphrodisiacs, um so that when you guys do decide you want to get out here and really get into it, that you have a way that's natural, that's not harmful, and it will help you in the long run in other areas and not just sexually. Because I
Hmm.
think that's where the disconnect happens, is that a lot of times that people find the natural remedies for things, but when they look into the natural remedies, it really is they are solely looking at that remedy based on sex, not looking at the other benefits of that particular herb or pill, potion, whatever you want to call it. So a few of the natural joints for y'all to check out. I'm gonna give them to you. I'm gonna run them down. I'm gonna tell you why they work and all of that kind of stuff. Okay. But also, let me make this very clear. None of this negates going to the fucking doctor.
No.
You gotta go to the doctor. You gotta get the blood work done. You gotta do all of those things too. Because there may be other things going on, and you guys are solely stopping and not knowing what other parts could be taking, what other issues could be taking place that could be causing malfunction in the nether regions. Okay,
True.
so um, and don't do like they did Kev on stage. This man said he had his annual checkup and everybody went left talking about this man. Oh, you happy you had a finger in your butt? So y'all don't think physicals happen outside of the prostate exam? That's not what happens every time y'all go get a physical.
No. But it's a good thing because, baby,
Do you know how many black men die from prostate cancer on a regular basis? Because we y'all don't go get checked.
because they too
So
embarrassed to have a finger in their behind.
listen, you want to live long,
You better get that finger inserted, baby. I'm
you
sorry.
better toot it and boot it, baby. Toot it and boot it. Go on in
Just
there. Make sure ain't nothing swollen around your colon, and then come on out of there, and you're gonna be good.
it's like this.
But
Y'all have to understand. Y'all just get a little finger. Women have to get a whole spectrum put up in it. So,
listen, go take some tongs, close them, and then open them up. That's what
like,
happens to us, okay? And we've
yeah,
been doing that since we were about 17.
yeah.
So
Y'all
y'all
let
think a little finger in y'all booty is something.
that ain't nothing.
Then they not only do they do one of them on you, then they stick a little thing up in there, and a little Q-tip looking thing,
And scrape. Yeah,
and scrape it. Okay, we're not gonna get too graphic, but just so y'all know, that little finger on ain't nothing.
nothing. Man
Okay,
up. Man up.
not man up.
Man, take that finger. And man, it's gonna save your life at the end of the day, babies. It's gonna
Oh
save your
my God. So, a few of the natural ways to increase your hormones and libido
hmm
and things. One of the top ones is maca root. Okay,
Yes, yes.
maca root is traditionally tongue tied. Traditionally used for stamina and energy. Okay, it may support hormonal balances, and it is more about vitality
Yes.
over a long period of time than it is about instant arousal. Okay,
Yes,
so let's
yes.
make sure we remember that. It's more about overall than it is about instant because a lot of people are looking for the instant right now. Let's get it. How can I get to it kind of thing? And so that's not always going to work. But maca root has many forms. You can do a pill, you can do a powder. And also, when you go purchasing herbs and things like that, please make sure that if you go into a herbal shop, make sure that the herbs that you are purchasing are third party tested because that's how you know whether or not they have the actual potency that they say on the bottle.
True.
And that goes for any type of vitamin of, that you choose to take. Make sure that they are third party tested. Make sure they aren't tested on animals, all of that kind of stuff. Because the third party testing is a unbiased review of the supplement that is being created. And it's also a way to kind of gauge the information of the results of people taking that particular vitamin or supplement. Okay. All right. Number two, Damiana. And I don't mean the girl up the street. Okay. Damiana is historically used as a mood enhancer, may reduce anxiety, and anxiety reduction equals easier arousal. Okay. So, Macaru, Damiana, and one of my favorites is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen, which is also helpful for stress regulation. Okay. And so, with stress regulation comes cortisol reduction. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a thing or two about ashwagandha. Ashwagandha may not be good for people who suffer with heart issues or high blood pressure. This is why you also need to go to the doctor because you will have to have a discussion about some things that you take, but also some of the other things that may conflict with some of the supplements and things that you're looking to take. Because
Mm,
you may not be able to take ashwagandha and damiana or maca root with if you're on hydrochlorothiazide or if you're on um amlodipine or if you're on whatever some of the other high blood pressure medications are. And then not just high blood pressure all the way around. Some of these herbs and supplements can interfere with other medications as well. Okay. So you always want to make sure that you are going to your doctor, getting all your information, but also be mindful of the doctor that you have because some doctors are pill pushers and they are dealers and not healers. Some doctors are dealers. Some doctors literally only want you to stick to what they prescribe you and nothing else outside of that. And that's also a very dangerous game to play as well. And how do I know? I used to work for a pharmaceutical company. So doctors get paid to push these prescriptions, okay? Companies get paid for how much they are able to be able to push the new products. And then that's why we always end up seeing Have you suffered from mesothelioma? We see them goddamn commercials after a while, and then you see a class action lawsuit following behind it, and a lot of it has to do with um, medications being pushed way before they are actively and actually supposed to go out or to be used. So make sure you do your due diligence before you start pill popping and all of that kind of stuff and mixing stuff. Okay. And then last but not least is shatavari. It is often used for female reproductive health. It is hormonal and lubrication support. Okay, we gotta earl that thing up. But one of the things that I want you all to know, these herbs are not turning you on. Okay, they regulate stress or your hormones, which help with your ability to tap into the desire and the want to of sex and intimacy and things like that. So these are not those things that you gonna pop and then next thing you know, 30 minutes later you good to go. That is not it. Okay. We also got food aphrodisiacs, food-based aphrodisiacs. Now, Regina, I know this up your alley. I know it is.
Food. Why you look? Don't look.
Because I remember a conversation
Where we were
about
talking. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm like, I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
remember we had a damn conversation about food based aphrodisiacs not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, ma'am. So
Hmm.
one good thing you would, which I don't eat, but a lot of people say are good, are oysters.
Uh-huh.
And they're extremely high in zinc. They
Yeah.
support testosterone production and boost dopamines. And see, the zinc and the hormone support will make a stronger libido in both men and women. The dark chocolate
Mm-hmm.
uh, it improves the dopamine and improves your blood flow. Now that was something I did not really realize that the dark
About
chocolate
dark
will improve.
chocolate, I didn't
Yeah,
either.
and so that improves the blood flow, and then it contains, I cannot pronounce this word, y'all. But anyway, it's a chemical in it that puts the in the, well, Lord Jesus, I wish I could pronounce it.
Okay. Let
But
me
anyway,
see.
it's PHENYLETHYLAMIN.
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
Girl, that's what I said. I can't pronounce it.
I'm gonna have
But
to
it
look
said
at it. I'm
it's
pulling
the
it up.
it's basically the love chemical. It contains the love
Okay.
chemical.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And it literally enhances pleasure and the pleasure chemistry.
Okay. I like it.
Now, another one I didn't realize was good was watermelon because it
Yes.
supports nitric oxide production and helps relax your blood vessels.
Mm. Okay,
Uh,
that makes sense though.
and it's nicknamed the nature's little blue pill.
Huh.
Yes, I didn't know that. I was like, okay, okay, okay. Come on now, come through.
Come on, watermelon.
Watermelon and raw honey. It supports hormone balance, quick energy boost, symbolic and sensual texture, sweetness, activates pleasure, reciprocal. I can even talk.
Receptors.
Thank you. Okay, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honey's real good. Honey real good. But it's just sticky.
So the word for the dark chocolate, one of them was trypto tryptophan. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the P one, let you know, work with me. Okay, let me go back to phonics. Let me break this down a little bit so I can make sure I say it right.
Is it
Okay,
fin is it fin la how that fin la
phenylethylamine. That's what
yeah,
that looks like.
yeah,
Phenylethylamine.
yep.
Okay,
And that puts the
so
is the
that is
love.
one. Yeah, it contains compounds like phenylethylamine and trip, tryptophan, which trigger feelings of pleasure, love, and attraction. So for the dark chocolate lovers, um, that's also one of the things why they say the powder, cacao powder, is
Yep,
really good for sexual arousal and pleasure and things like that too.
yep. And then you can also make a dessert plate combo,
Hmm.
which you would do a little dark chocolate, a little fresh berries, watermelon,
Ooh, come on, berries and watermelon.
drizzle raw honey over it, and then get you a glass of red wine in moderation. And all of these together are light. It hits the circulation, supporting
Mm.
and mood enhancing. So it's going to enhance your mood, and that's going to help get that libido up and running.
Oh, okay
Yep,
then. So don't y'all can't never say we don't be putting y'all on. So you said a little dark chocolate, a little berries,
watermelon.
a little watermelon, and sprinkle some honey on it.
You drizzle a little honey on it.
A little drizzle.
But here's the difference
Okay.
about it. Won't you just put that on somebody's body and do it? Get out.
You said go on and make them the tray. Okay.
The tray, baby.
Listen, just in time for Valentine's Day, okay? So y'all can go on out here, go get y'all a little berries, go get y'all a little dark chocolate, go get y'all a little honey. Go check Aldi. Go and
Yes.
get y'all go and get yourselves together and so y'all can be out here hunching real good by tomorrow night. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
So one of the other things though is the nervous system versus the hormone support. Okay. So hormones are estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone.
Hmm.
Okay. This is going back to sex ed for those of you all who didn't skip class. Okay. This is where the hormones, we have to be mindful of. This is okay. Let me pause. That is also one of the reasons why it is important to go to the doctor. Now, I say that because we don't always know where our hormone levels are. We have no understanding of hormone levels outside of getting blood work done. So, when you get the blood work done, the blood work has the ability to tell you where your levels are. If your levels are too high or too low, it can affect your overall bodily functions. Okay. And let me tell you why. So, some of the natural vitamins that we have in our bodies also affect those things.
Hmm.
For myself, and y'all know I'm always tell y'all a little bit of my business because I can't tell you anybody else's business to be an example. So I'm gonna tell you mine. For me, my vitamin D levels, and a lot of, I'm gonna say a lot of black women and men as well. But for myself, years ago when I went to the doctor and I was explaining what was going on with me, I'm overly tired, I'm achy, and all of these things, I learned that I had a vitamin D deficiency. The person who read my results was like, I don't even know how you're functioning because your levels are super low. So, where a normal rating, I'm gonna just throw out some numbers. So, a normal rating would have probably been like a 32. Okay. Mine
Mm-hmm.
was at a 4.
Ooh.
Okay. So, on top of aching, mood swings, exhaustion, vitamin D levels can truly affect your whole overall being, which is
Yes.
also why they say that vitamin D deficiency feels like you are depressed. So just imagine having depression or dealing with depression on top of a vitamin D deficiency.
It's absolutely insane.
It's
Okay.
insane.
So this is why you go get your blood work done. This is why you go to get the information that you need so that you know how your body is functioning. And I said all of that to say that when you go and you get these tests done, a lot of times they can tell you if you're estrogen or testosterone or progesterone, where your hormones lie on that scale. But also, as you get the information, still do your own research after the fact.
Yep.
Because somebody can say, oh, your levels are within normal range. But normal within normal range could still mean that it's low. Because they might say, oh yeah, your stuff came back normal. And the reality of it is that on a scale of 1 to 40, the normal is like 25 to 40, and you're right at 25. So you're on the lower end of normal, almost being out of the normal range. So
Mhm.
if you are on the lower end of that normal range, it is still wise to go get more information so that you can increase whatever levels. But also, a good portion of women who deal with things like PCOS and all of those things, your testosterone and all of those other hormone levels may be out of whack. So this is why you see hair on chins and all of
Yeah.
those kind of PCOS and insulin resistance and all of those kind of things. So these bodies of ours are not just used for hunching, okay? You got to get out here and get some information about what it is that your body is doing, how you're showing up, and how you truly, truly feel. Because sometimes you may just be depressed, which is why you're out here trying to hunch on everything and everybody. Okay?
Hmm.
So I am always going to advocate for mental health more than anything and making sure that that is at the forefront of your journey to exploring sex and all of those things. You got to be in a mentally well place in order to be able to do that. Okay.
Yep.
And not just mentally, emotionally as well. You can't be out here crying in the middle of getting down and dirty. Okay. So make sure you are emotionally well too. Now, I mean, you might be crying, but it might be for a different reason. But we definitely don't want you out here just randomly crying because you thought about your grandma in the middle of punching. Okay?
Woo, that's a bad situation.
We
That's a
don't
bad.
want that.
That's a
We don't
bad
want
situation.
that. Okay? You out here grieving and crying in the middle of getting it in, and that's not a good look. So
No.
make sure that you are mentally, emotionally, and physically in a space that where you are prepared for sex. Because sometimes, you might be physically tired or exhausted, and your body cannot show up for you if you are either.
That's true.
Okay. So make sure that all of those things are taken care of because we want y'all to have good sex. We want y'all to be out here hunching good and all of that good stuff. But we don't want you to be out here doing all of this pill popping and mixing things without doing the work first. And
Yes.
I
Yes.
know, I know it's easier to not do the work. It's easier to say fuck all of that, TT Leo. It's, hey, I promise you, we got to get out here and do the work. And sometimes doing the work is a lot harder than actually hunching.
Yeah, but it's
But
good though.
hunching, when you're not in a good mental space or in a good emotional space, is going to make it's going to make the hunching worse. Like, if you're not in a good mental space, do you know how much hunching on somebody will destroy you?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't trying to be that person, but I gotta be that person because I'm gonna give it to y'all all the way across the board.
Supposed
Okay?
to.
Okay? We not gonna just tell you how to get it in. We gonna make sure you over here right. Okay? That's why we your aunties. We gonna tell you how to do the do. But
Yes,
we gonna
ma'am.
tell you what you need to do before you get to the do.
Say that
Y'all
again.
grown. That's my mama used to say. Y'all grown. You gonna do what you wanna do. But
Yep.
also heed the words of your TTs. Okay? But the nervous system, your stress response is fight, flight versus rest and digest. Rest and digest. That just made me want to go lay down because it is for real. You cannot hear me and hear me well, honey bunnies. You cannot be aroused in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Your nervous system is working its hardest to make sure that you are safe, you are secure, you are resting, and all of those things. But when you are not, your body is like on pins and needles trying to navigate all of the things that you are dealing with, on top of trying to keep you safe. And one thing I saw the other day that was hilarious as fuck to me was your body doesn't know the difference between a lion chasing you and you setting fucking boundaries. Or your body don't know the difference between um anything that's a dangerous situation. Your body does not know the difference between that and something that you are doing in order to protect yourself. So you gonna feel crazy. Your motherfucking hand might be out here shaking like this while you setting a boundary. But the whole reason that your body is doing that is because you are stepping outside of yourself or outside of something that your body has grown accustomed to or comfortable with. So sometimes you will find yourself, out here shaking like a stripper at church because your body is trying to understand what is happening, and it is also trying to keep you safe within that time frame or in that moment. Okay? So, a regulated nervous system is more erotic than any pill or potion that you can take. So
Surely
start
is.
doing the things that help your nervous system to relax. Get some rest, drink some water, take a bath. All the things that we talk about that are of the utmost importance for rest and resetting and all of that, it is important that you do those, not just because it is trending or trendy, but you do it because your body is in need of rest. Your body needs to understand that it is not a machine. Your body does not have to go or work 24 fucking hours a day. You
Yep.
deserve You deserve peace. You deserve to not do, not go, but simply be. You don't have to perform. You ain't got to put on. And learn. And this is one of the things, learn to be around people that your nervous system can relax around.
That part.
If you are always around motherfuckers and your nervous system and your body is tense the whole fucking time, then you need to do some reevaluating and reconfiguring because those people set your nervous system on high alert. Nobody needs that.
Mm.
Okay.
And
All right, Bookies.
you have to look at it like this. When your body's out of alignment, it's like, yeah, when you have sex, it's like you can't really orgasm. It's like because you're emotionally out of alignment,
Yep.
and you can, it's like you can climax, but you can't orgasm. And you don't have that connection with the other partner because
Yep.
your nervous system's out of alignment. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, what do you want to do? You want to get your system in alignment. You really do.
Yep.
And then it's
Yep.
like, you have to ask yourself, because I'm sitting up here, I'm looking at this, and it's like, do you feel chosen? Do you feel respected?
Ooh,
Do you feel value? Do you feel your values match with your partner?
that's good.
You both emotionally available. And so these are some of the reasons you may not be emotionally in alignment.
Send me that shit.
And,
We got to post that. We got to make sure we post that so people can review it.
and then they said, so for sexual alignment, this is the honest conversation. Do your appetites match? Do
Mm,
do you both initiate? Is there Okay, do you feel free to express desire without shame? And
mm.
true alignment feels mutual and is not negotiated. So think about it. Just think about it.
I am. That's good because it makes you kind of pull back the lens a little bit further. Like it
Yep.
makes you kind of come out of
Yep.
the normal spaces and where we look at um sex or physical connection and things like that, and then diving in a little bit further
Yep.
and really looking at it for what it is. And those are some good points.
Yeah.
Yeah, make
Because
sure you send me that so we can make sure we post it too, because we need to make sure that our audience is getting the information on our pages on a consistent basis as well.
okay. Let me they go a little bit further, then I'll
Okay.
hand it back to you. And it says
You good.
signs you're out of alignment. You feel anxious before intimacy. You feel disconnected after intimacy.
Mm.
You overperform, you shrink your needs. Why the hell you doing that? But okay. You crave reassurance constantly. Your body will whisper before it screams.
Huh.
Now, signs you're in alignment, your desire feels natural and it's not forced.
Mm.
Silence feels safe. Touch feels grounding. Aftercare feels mutual.
Come on, aftercare.
And you don't question your worth after sex. And alignment feels calming and not chaotic.
Mm.
And so then you're building love, lust, limerence in your
Come on, love, lust, and limerence. If y'all did catch the episode on Tuesday, go check it out because Tuesday was good.
It was good.
Okay.
Yes,
Listen,
yes, yes.
Tuesday had everybody asking questions.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Tuesday
had to
had
try to
everybody out here asking some real questions. So yes, make sure that you are doing all the things. That's good. Oh, Regina, that was good. Yeah, send me that information.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I
because we absolutely have to get to a better space of making it comfortable for our audience to even ask further questions and things like that. Because I know even tonight, there aren't many people like tuned in and whatnot, but the information is out here. So now all we got to do is share it even more with you guys. But um, some of the other modern enhancers, because we're going to talk about these. But when I talk about these, make sure that you guys, again, and I keep saying this because y'all not going to come back and say, we told y'all nothing and that we
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell y'all to do your own research. Okay. So you're not going to have us understand nowhere. Okay. So, number one, CBD and THC intimacy products. I didn't know that was a thing until I did a little reading.
It
Okay.
is.
I knew the THC and CBD products, they use them for like muscles and all of those kind of things, pain. They have tinctures and all of that, but I was unaware of the intimacy products. And matter of fact, at some point within the next week or so, I'm going to visit our ladies over there at New Vibe CBD dispensary and see if they have any of these things available for y'all. And if they do, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna tell y'all so y'all know exactly what you're going to look for when you go out here in these streets. Because there's other ways to get your health and wellness and all of those other kind of boosters in your body. So, what they can do, they can reduce anxiety, increase body awareness, increase blood flow, depending on the formulation. But also, what they cannot do, they cannot fix resentment, create emotional safety, or replace communication. Because what we're not going to do is overlook those things. So, some people swear by these because they know. How CBD or THC affects their body.
Mm-hmm.
So some people rely on things that they already know that have worked before or worked in the past. And so they're going to stick to something that they can recognize the effects when they take hold. And sometimes, that little CBD and THC when it kick in, I can't even whistle, but that's how good it is.
It, it, it,
um And then on the other hand, some people may feel nothing. Some people may feel nothing because you may have a high tolerance for these things, but also it may not just be your thing. It may not be your thing. So trial and error is also a part of the game as well. You will have to figure out what works for you if you're
yeah.
going to dive into this side of things. Okay. Number two, arousal oils and topicals. So, what they can do is increase localized blood flow. So, wherever you put the oil or the topical, that is where the blood flow shall increase. Um,
Yes, me.
the heightened sensitivity and then warming or cooling sensations often happen in those areas. Um, but also, let's make it clear that arousal does not equal desire. Okay. Arousal is not desire. Arousal is not going to increase the intimacy or any of that. It's not going to do that. So, arousal does not equal desire. Make sure you remember that because it's important. Somebody could be physically responsive but mentally disconnected. Okay? So even if their body is responding and all of that kind of stuff, they may not even be there mentally. They might be over there thinking 1,200 other things while y'all getting it in. So make sure that you are aligned, like Auntie Regina was saying, making sure that you're aligned when it comes to those kind of things. All right. Safety and expectations versus reality. Okay. Um, so a few things that are important to discuss. Hey there. A few things that are important to discuss. One, I said this earlier, but make sure that when you all start taking these supplements or herbal remedies and things like that, that you do your research, do your due diligence to make sure that all of the things that you are putting in your body at that point in time are assisting and not hurting anything. Okay?
It's true.
Because drug interactions are a real thing. Don't be out here damn near about to kill yourself for for a little session, and you didn't even look into all of the information that would be able to help at that point in time, so that you would know what would keep you from swelling up like Hitch, or or damn near passing out. Okay.
Yep.
Um, Two, the hormonal conditions. We already talked about that. Hey, hey, who is this? Hey, leap year baby. Um, the hormonal conditions, make sure that they are where they need to be, because if your hormones are not right and all of those things, it can decrease the desire. Some people don't even have the desire for sex.
Hmm.
Okay. People that I know that have had hysterectomies or all of those kind of things don't even have the desire for sex at all. So you got to make sure that you know what's going on with your body. What up, Mitch?
Same.
So you have to make sure all of those things are a real deal thing. Okay. Make sure that you are getting your tests, all of that. Okay. Mental health medications, because those medications can also decrease desire.
Yes.
Okay. They can decrease your function to reply to everyday questions.
Yes. Yep.
So I'm pretty sure they can reduce your ability or your desire for sex. It can decrease all of that. So make sure that when you are taking these mental health medications, that you are aware of that you are aware of their side effects when it comes to, sorry, that comment. He said I got a vasectomy, but the desire is still there.
Yeah. The desire is still there. You have to look at it because some of the medicines that you take, that you can
Hmm.
take, especially in men, will do. Let me put my finger down because it.
Right. 'Cause
I'm sorry. Well, it would. It makes them not. It will make it more flaccid than
yes, yes.
than.
So, absolutely.
So
Yes. So, the mental health medications do that, as well as blood pressure medications or diabetes medications are prone to doing that in men. It makes them more flaccid, it makes it harder for them to maintain an erection and all of those kind of things. So,
it
this is
decreases.
why we say get the information,
Yep.
learn about what is happening with the medications, with the herbal supplements that you're taking, because it all can play a part in you not having great sex. And we all deserve great sex. Life is too short to not have great sex. And
Right.
it's too short to, say you're not into kinky shit. Okay?
Just
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Um, Also having realistic timelines and making sure that you don't become dependent on those drugs,
Hmm.
because that can play a role too. Over dependency on supplements and things like that, you will never really gain an understanding of what's happening with your body, because now your body cannot respond without the drugs, without the enhancers, without the additional things that help you get there.
Hmm.
Tapping into connection and things like those will help you to not always have to take a supplement before you hunching, baby. Okay? Cool, cool. So products on the market in this multi-billion dollar industry are created for enhancement.
Yes.
They do not create the vibe. They do not create the alignment. They do not create the ability to tap in and connect and build and grow and all of those things with someone. Okay. All they can do is enhance the moments that are already being created. All right.
Create.
Cool. So that way you can't say, I don't know why I can't keep it up. Well, maybe you aren't attracted to this person. Maybe you don't have anything in common with this person. Maybe you don't really fucking like them. How about that? You're
Mm,
attracted to them physically, but you might not really like them. You might not really have a thing for them. So it's a lot of reasons. And just because you popped a pill because you was horny or you was trying to get yourself there, you still might not like this person. And even though you popped that Viagra and ain't nothing happened, Captain, sometimes that's your cue to go on, pack it up, and go on home. Okay?
your body tells
Okay.
your body.
Listen, it absolutely will. So I'm gonna give y'all a few truths and then we up out of this thing, okay? So you cannot supplement your way out of burnout.
Nope.
There is nothing on the market that will help you. So if you are chronically stressed, you undersleep, you're emotionally unsupported, or you are carrying a heavy fucking mental load, your body is conserving energy, not seeking pleasure. So there is nothing that is happening in that space that will allow your body to fully tap into the pleasure that you may be trying to experience. Okay? Um, would you feel sexy if you were overwhelmed? I mean, sometimes I do, but definitely.
I don't. Be like, get the hell away from me.
It's weird, you know. You know, sometimes you be in a mood, you be overwhelmed as fuck, but then you just be like, oh, I look cute today. I'm overwhelmed as hell. My feet is tingling. Everything is on 12, but I look cute and my titties is pretty today. Listen, it happens, okay? It happens. So, um, stress, resentment, and disconnection. Number two, stress, resentment, and disconnection. Resentment lowers attraction. Emotional neglect lowers desire. Feeling unseen kills arousal. Is your libido low or is your relationship draining? Is your libido low or do you not have an actual connection to this person? Okay? Few things to consider. All right? Because sometimes you might not be burnt out. You might be stressed. You might have a little resentment. You might have a little disconnect. But, these are questions we have to ask ourselves when it comes to these things. Number three, pleasure is relational. You can't have relations without being relational. Um, but pleasure is relational, mental, and physical. It's all three. All three, okay? Physical, the blood flow, hormones, health, okay? Mental, stress levels, anxiety, confidence, whether you feel guilt or shame when you're with this person, whether you feel all of the things, okay? They make a difference. Relational, safety, respect, connection, those things fucking matter. And like Regina said, all these things must align
Yep.
relational, mental, and physical. You got to have it. because otherwise it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. Okay. So I told y'all, I'm going to give y'all that, and then we're going to wrap it up for this season return. So when it comes to supplements, okay, if this is when y'all can try them. When if your stress is regulated, if the relationship feels emotionally, physically, mentally safe, if your hormonal shifts are suspected, and if you want enhancement, not repair. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. When to look at your lifestyle or communication. So, chronic exhaustion, emotional resentment, unresolved conflict, feeling unseen, lack of rest. Is this a body issue or a life issue? And that's how you will be able to determine, because those are two different things. A body issue is the physical, is it a or the mental? Is it a life issue, like, what's going on outside of my body that is causing my body to feel this way?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to ask the questions, because if it's a life issue, you got to fix the life issue. If it's a body issue, you got to fix the body issue. Because again, all of the pills and potions are for enhancement. That's what they are for. They're not there to create. They are there to enhance. All right. So, and desire is not a performance metric. It is not a duty, a measurement of worth, or a relationship grade. It is a response. Okay? It is a response. Okay? So don't try to make your person feel bad if they don't have the desire. Okay? They might be thinking about that time they mama permed their hair when they was in the third grade, and that's why they bald head now. You
Oh,
know.
that's bad.
it, Girl, listen. It may be okay.
Bad business. Especially while having sex. Be like, what? No.
I would cackle so hard if that came across my mind during sex. Like, bro, what?
And then
Why
you
am
have
I thinking that's the time my mama burnt a bald spot in my head? That never happened to me. But if that was some shit that somebody thinking about in the middle of sex, my God, today.
then you have
Um,
man thinking, is she laughing at me? Am I performing bad?
swear,
It's
if you bust out cackling during sex, there's going to be a whole different kind of conversation going on. Because bitch, what's funny?
like they be like, bitch, what? I ain't doing good. I ain't doing a good
Bitch
job.
was funny. Okay,
Then you have
listen.
either he gonna get up, two things gonna happen. Either he gonna get up and leave, or he gonna try to wear damn hole in the mattress trying to prove a point.
Okay, trying to make your ass stop laughing. Because I don't know what you think funny around this motherfucker.
But I'm gonna show you. Yes.
Okay, now he got a point to prove. All right.
Yes.
Libido is contextual. It is influenced by safety, whether you feel stress free, rest, and your hormones and emotional intimacy. So your libido is dependent upon all of those things being regulated in your life. So if they're not regulated, if they're not in a good space, then your libido may or may not be fully present, Okay? Supplements can support, not replace. We've already said that they are support tools. They are not fix all solutions. Okay?
Mhm.
And then the industry sells urgency. It does not mean that they have the ability to. They are trying to make money from your insecurity. That's what we said earlier. They're trying to make money from your insecurity. So because they are doing so, They are always going to put labels out there on things that say fix it now, don't let them leave, get your spark back fast. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen that shit on some of these things, some of these advertisements. Um, and pleasure doesn't respond well to pressure. You gotta ease into that thing sometimes, a little
That's
kissing, a little cuddling, a little touching, a little rubbing. That might get the motor running,
get that
rev
motor.
it up a little bit, Sometimes you gotta spit start them motherfuckers, or you gotta rev it up like an '87 Chevy in the wintertime, you
That
know.
like a clutch, like a clutch.
Okay, so sometimes you gotta warm that thing up, but having conversations, communication, all of those different things are important. Okay, talking to your doctor, talking to your friends, and when I say talking to your friends, and I mean this, and I mean this in the best way possible, talking to your friends that have some level of sense,
Mm-hmm.
because some people will make you feel even further shame for having questions about where your body is, or what's going on with your body, or what's happening within your mental space, or emotionally, or even within that relationship that you're in. So you want to talk to somebody who is not going to make you feel further guilt or shame in those spaces, because that's going to exasperate what you already feel, and now it's going to make you even more um concerned, weary, afraid. It might do all of those things. So we want to make sure that you are actively having conversations with people that can hear you, understand you, and also assist you in the way that you are navigating through the mental, physical, or emotional struggles that you are dealing with at that time. Okay. Um, that's all we got this evening. We thank y'all for tuning in. We coming back next week. And next week, let me tell y'all what we talking about next week, because it's good. It's real good. This week we did pills, potions, pleasure pills and potions. Because I don't know about y'all, but pleasure is a real thing. And we started really deep diving into pleasure some months ago and talking about it and what does it look like and all of those things. And just as a reminder, pleasure isn't always about an outside force.
No.
Pleasure starts with yourself. Pleasure
Yeah.
starts with the things that you put on your body. Pleasure starts with the things that you wear, the soap that you put on, the lotion you put on, how you talk to yourself, how you give a fuck about yourself. That's where the pleasure starts. Pleasure is never been an outside factor first. The first factor of pleasure is the internal. It's you. It starts with you. Okay? So, regardless of what you out here been told, you know, the number one pleasure principle, okay, is tapping into yourself. What do you like? What do you enjoy?
Yep.
And then giving yourself the space and the room to truly learn about it, understand it, and practice. Practice that shit. Because you can't tell somebody else what you like if you don't know what you like. You
Yes.
gotta you gotta do what the brand said, what you like. A
What
whole
the,
lot of
yeah.
what? But next week our episode is You're Not Bad at Sex. You're unpracticed at communicating. So your face is like,
Because people don't understand that communication plays a big part when it comes to sex. And if you don't communicate, you be sitting up there looking like Boo Boo the Fool because he didn't got
not
his
boo boo.
She done got her rocks off, and you still mad because you ain't got satisfied. You got to open your mouth, tell people what you like, what you don't like. Communication, baby. But that's a whole nother conversation next week.
Listen,
Okay,
for a
okay.
whole nother day. So tap in next week because we're gonna be dismantling the myths that good sex is instinctual or performance based. Okay, we gonna help y'all tap into some of them myths, break it down a little bit, and all of that good stuff because we need it. We need to have these conversations. All right.
Yes,
So we're
ma'am.
going to explore some of the information on how silence is often mistaken for consent or satisfaction, and why people fake orgasms or enthusiasm to protect egos or avoid conflict, and how cultural messaging teaches us to prioritize being desirable over being honest.
I cannot wait till next week because,
So,
baby.
next
Mm,
week gonna be a hell of a conversation. We want y'all to tap in with us. And then don't forget to join us on Tuesday for the Fat Girl Chronicles. We are back in rotation, y'all. So make sure that you join us because your fat fam is back. We is
yes.
here.
What?
And don't forget the schedule. Tuesdays, the Fat Girl Chronicles. Thursdays is our combination show with Sartorius Media Group, which is Thursday Night Live. And on Fridays, the first Friday of every month, is our new show, The Curvy Couch. And if you missed that, it was both of us last week. So if you missed that episode, go tap in. That is our new show, our community based gathering show. So go tap into The Curvy Couch from last week. And then every other Friday in the month, it is PGC After Dark. And Man Cave Conversations is coming more from the Fat Foodie Chronicles, Poor Decisions. We got a new show featuring yours truly coming up as well. We got a lot of stuff going on back here on the back end of PGC so that we can bring y'all some amazing stuff on the front end of PGC.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So we gonna get y'all out of here because it's late. It's getting late. And so we gonna get y'all out of here. We're getting ready. I don't know what y'all get ready to do. I'm getting ready to go drink some water and eat for real for the first time today. Uh, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Well, Auntie Lynn say, don't judge me, just love me.
Ain't that it?
So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But we hope that you all enjoyed this conversation. If you did, send the YouTube link to a friend, family member so they can subscribe. But we thank you for spending your night right here with us on PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. And you know what we say here is keep it classy, keep it sexy, and as always, keep it spicy. We appreciate you all for tuning in and spending your Friday night with us. We hope to see you all next week. We love y'all. And good
Love you.
night. Good night, good night, good night. Oh, make sure y'all sign up for our email list too. Tap into our link tree. Okay? All right. That's it for real this time. Later, y'all.
Good night.
Trust, dependence, love, respect, passion, pain, intimacy, pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said.